Something, the cool thing about waiting a little bit of time before jumping the gun and doing a story about subjects like this, like the whole Chris Light Brown being accused of pulling a gun on a woman, at his house or whatever. One of the good things about waiting a little bit of time to see what's going to happen is that as more information comes out, then when you report things after there's some sort of clarity, it makes more sense. Now, during the chaos, everything is just going so crazy and so fast that you might get lost in the headlines and you might be believing false headlines. Like, there's a lot of... See, the thing is that when people initially hear news, like, for example, in this situation, a lot of people thought that there were guns and drugs found at Chris Brown's house. Now, for what I'm hearing, there were no guns or drugs found at Chris Brown's house, and those are like false news headlines or misinformation or whatever. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and read you this first news story posted by TMZ. Chris Brown, woman claims he threatened me with a gun. Update. So they updated the information with some timestamps, but I'm going to start from the beginning. It says, Chris Brown is a suspect in a criminal assault investigation after a woman called 911 and told cops he threatened her with a gun, TMZ has learned. The alleged incident went down early Tuesday morning in Los Angeles. We're told Chris and the woman were in a home when she claims they argued and he pulled the gun. The woman called 911 and police responded and took a report. We're told the case is under investigation and Chris is the sole suspect. Now, they went on to say, at the time of this post, Chris is still in the house. He never left. Police are knocking on the door, but no one inside is responding. We don't know what police will do if he tries to leave. Then they updated the story with different timestamps. Now, for the record, all of these different times are Pacific Standard Time. So at 7:55 a.m., they posted, TMZ has learned Chris was in the house with several friends, including Ray J. They were talking. And at one point, Ray was getting a tattoo when some, quote, uninvited guests appeared inside the house and were asked to leave. At that point, the story gets murky. The guests include a man who was invited and two women who were not. One of the women who'd been asked to leave is the one who made the police report, claiming Brown pulled the gun on her. Someone inside the house insists Chris was asleep the whole time. At some point, Ray J left the house, and when he got to the base of the driveway, police handcuffed him and seized his BMW. They checked his ID, uncuffed him, and let him go, but kept his car as evidence. He Ubered home. Damn. They took Ray J's BMW. Can you freaking believe it? Anyways, and then they updated the story almost an hour later at 8:45 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, saying, we've learned the SWAT team is on its way to Chris's home, and the LAPD is in the process of obtaining a search warrant. We're told cops want to see if a gun matching the description from the woman is in the house. As of now, Chris has not left his residence. They updated the story about a little over half an hour later at 9:20 a.m. saying, Chris is finally awake and posting videos. He's pissed about the police presence at his home and feels he's being harassed. He even dropped a fuck the police. The cops are still outside. Then they updated the story once again at 9:40 a.m. saying, police say they are still trying to make contact with Chris. Damn. So basically, this woman claims that Chris pulled the gun out on her, yada yada yay. She's straight tripping. But Chris uploaded a video which is posted to the TMZ website, and I embedded it in my blog if you want to see it. And I'm going to save what Chris Brown posted on Instagram for a separate video because this one is long enough. Now, the title of that video, where at the very beginning you're going to see those videos of Chris, is titled, Chris Brown speaks out against woman who claims he pulled a gun on her. Strong words for the cops and fans. Hashtag Team Chris Light Brown with an exclamation point. Well, that's the title of it. There'll be a separate video. There's a separate blog for it. I decided to separate the information because this has been long enough. Anyways, do you think that Chris Brown is guilty? Or do you think that this woman is just trying to maybe get back at him for some reason? Because he wouldn't give her the penis, or he wouldn't give her any shmoney, or what? Like, what do you think is really going on here? Let me know what you think about it all below. Be sure to subscribe to the Meat Magazine YouTube channels. Visit meatmagazine.blogspot.com for more. Follow me on Twitter at Meat Magazine. And Meat Magazine 7 on Google+.